Good morning, students. So, due to network issues, we are recording the videos and we will send you the link. So, please do answer even if the class is not live. You have to answer there so that be true to yourself. Okay. So, as we have done in my external class, methods of representing set, we have seen that we have two types of methods. First one is roster or tabular form, and second one is set builder form. So already we have learned what is set roster or tabular form, right? So we already know what is roster or tabular form. What is roster or tabular form, students? In this we have three things. What are those three things? First one is all the elements in a set are listed. All elements in a set are listed. And second one, elements are separated by commas. Third point is all the elements are enclosed within flower brackets. So these are the three things which we have to remember in roster or tabular form. We have learned two important notes in this roster or tabular form. What are those two notes, students? First one, in roster or tabular form, order of the elements will not matter. Order will not matter. Second one, what we have learned? Repetition of elements is prohibited. Means you can't repeat the elements in a set in this roster or tabular form. So I hope this first method is clear to you all. Now let us move to the next method, that is set builder form. So what is this set builder form, students? Set builder form. It is very important. In this method, we are not going to list all the elements, students. We are going to write the property of the elements possessed by the elements. Means common property of the elements possessed by all the elements in a set. For example, let us take the previous day example only, like vowels in English alphabet. Now as we saw in roster form, it was nothing but A, E, I, O, U. So yes, in roster form it was written as all the elements were listed, they were separated by commas, and all the elements are enclosed within square brackets. But in set builder form, how we shall write it, students? We will not write all the elements. We will write the common property possessed by all these elements. So observe here. Again, we shall be representing it with some capital English alphabet, and we are going to write that common property in square bracket only. So you shall write it as X such that X is vowel in English alphabet. So in this set builder form, you will not write or you will not list all the elements of the set. Here all the elements of the set will be having some common property. So you are going to write that common property in this set. So this is nothing but set builder form. Now if you can't take any outside element here, students, here you can observe X such that X is vowel in English alphabet. So what are elements you will get? Of course these are all the elements, right? So these two sets are the same. But this is roster form, this is written in roster form, and this is written in set builder form. Means you will be writing the common property possessed by all the elements of the set. This is set builder form. And if suppose all the elements of the set do not possess common property, you cannot write that set in set builder form. Very important note, students. First thing, understand the definition. What is the definition? All the elements of the set are not listed here. The property, common property which all the elements of the set possess, that property will be written here in set builder form. And if all the elements of the set do not possess common property, if they do not possess common property, then you can't write that set in set builder form. This is nothing but set builder form. Now few of you may ask me, what is the use of the set builder form, right? See, students, now it is not the case like every time you will be having such small sets. Suppose if it is large set, you can't sit writing all the elements of the set, right? You can't sit writing all the elements of the set like this in roster form. So that time this set builder form, use of the set builder form comes, right? That time we are going to use set builder form when we will have large sets. Okay, so both the methods of representing set, I hope it is clear, students. First one is roster form or tabular form. In that all the elements are listed, elements are separated by commas, and all the elements of the set are enclosed within flower brackets. Here in set builder form, elements are not listed. Common property possessed by all the elements will be written here. Okay, and if all elements of the set do not possess common property, then that set cannot be written in set builder form. So these two are the methods of representing set. Let us see some examples on this. Let me take some examples, students. So if we consider A is equals to x such that x belongs to z and minus 3 is less than x less than 7. So you can observe this set is in which form, students? It is in set builder form, because all the elements of the set are not listed here. They have just given the property of x. So this is set builder form. If we take this example, x such that x belongs to n and x is less than 6. Again you can observe here, students, this is set builder form. This is in set builder form. If you take c is equals to 6, 9, 12. So which is in this c in set c is in roster or tabular form, because here elements of the set are listed and they are separated by commas. So this is in tabular or roster form. If I take one more example, say b is equals to 2, 4, 6, so on. So here again you can observe elements of the set are listed. So the set is in tabular or roster form. Sometimes, students, they may give you the sets in roster form and they may ask you to write it in set builder form, or else they can give you the set in set builder form and ask you to convert it in roster form. For example, see here, if you take set A, what it is given? It is in set builder form, right? So it is x such that x belongs to z, means integers, and what is the condition? It should be strictly greater than minus 3 and strictly less than 7. So if I ask you to write this in roster form, means all the elements of the set should be listed. So how you shall write this, students? See, it is integer and it should be greater than minus 3. Means it is minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is in roster form. Here you can observe, of this set all the elements are listed. Greater than minus 3 and strictly less than 7. Right, students? So in exams they may ask you like this. They may give you some sets which will be in roster form and they will ask you to write it in set builder form. Similarly, vice versa. They may give you in set builder form and ask you to write it in roster form. Right? So now we have completed with the first concept of sets. Let us start with the first exercise. Exercise 1.1. Let us start with the exercise. So the first question they have given is, which of the following are sets, and justify your answer. Which of the following are sets and we have to justify the answer. The first one is given as collection of all the months of a year beginning with letter J. Collection of all the months of the year beginning with letter J. So if you take that set, so what is the collection of all the months of the year beginning with letter J? It is January, June, July. Only 3, right? Yes? So you can observe here, it is a set, right? Because this set is well defined. What is the definition of set? Set is a collection, well defined collection of objects. So all collections are not set, students. Only if those collections are well defined, those will be called as sets. So here you can observe this set is well defined and hence this is a set. Similarly, if you consider the second one, collection of 10 most talented writers in India. See, they are talking about in India, okay. So in India, we don't know who are talented. Means that is not the universal truth, right? So for me, it might be someone and for you all, it might be someone else. it is not universal truth. So here, since this is not well defined, it is not the set. So second one, collection, that is not the set because it is not well defined. Third one, a team of 11 best cricket batsmen of the world. Again you can observe here students. They are speaking with respect to world here, and our taste varies. For me it might be someone else, and for you all it might be someone else. So that is not the universal truth. So again that collection is not well defined. Hence that is not a set. Similarly, like this you have to consider, you have to check whether which of the collections are sets or not. Remaining I leave it to you all. Please check students. Okay. So you have to come up with the answer in my next class. Okay. We will deal with the answers. Now if we proceed to the second one, let A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have to use the appropriate signs. This is epsilon, which belongs to epsilon naught. This is does not belong to. Now we have to use this appropriate signs. Okay. So first one is phi dash E. Phi dash A. So this phi, does it belong to the set A students? Of course phi is the member of set A, right? So it belongs to set A. Similarly 8 dash A. See, 8 is not the member of set A. So 8 will not belong to set A. Like this, please fill up the remaining answers. This is belongs to means phi is member of the set A. This is does not belongs to means 8 is not the member of set A. Right students? It is very easy. You can do it on your own. Next, if you proceed to the third one, they have given us the sets in set builder form. They have given us those sets in third question in set builder form. We have to write it in roster form. Okay? So let me do some of them. First one, as I have done it, I will not do it again. C. Let me do the fifth one. What is the fifth one? It is set E is equals to set of all letters in the word. Set of all letters in word trigonometry. Right? Now we are going to write this set in roster form. So let us write this set in roster form. To write in roster form, three things we have to remember. All the elements of the set should be listed. Elements are separated by commas, and the elements of the set should be enclosed within flower brackets. One more thing you have to remember is important notes. Elements of the set should not be repeated. Right? So let us write this set in roster form now. T, letters of word trigonometry, R, I, G, O, N, C. This next O you will not mention here again because already I have mentioned it once. Next is M, next is E, next you are again not going to write this T because T is already mentioned once here. Next is R, R also you are not going to mention again. Last is Y. So this you have expressed the set in roster form. Elements of the set are listed, they are separated by commas and they are enclosed within flower brackets. Right students, it is very easy. We have to write those sets in roster form. Remaining, I want you all to do it. If you have any doubts, we will clear those doubts in our next class. Next, fourth one. Write those following sets in set builder form. So we have to write the following in set builder form. First one, it is given as 3, 6, 9, 12. So you have to write that set builder form is what we are going suppose if I consider this to be A, if I want to write this set in set builder form, you can observe here these elements are multiples of 6, right? These elements are multiples of 6 and also these are less than 13. Means only till 12 they are no. So what we write it as x such that x is multiple of 3, x is multiple of 3 less than 30. Less than 30. So you have to recognize, it is your presence of mind you will be using here students. You have to recognize what is the common property of all the elements possessing. Okay, so here you can observe it is multiple of 3 and those are less than 30. So this is in set builder form. Remaining you need to write it. Next, fifth one, list all the elements of the following sets. Means what students? We are going to write it in roster form. The question remains the same. Either they may ask you to write it in roster form, or they may ask you write this also. List all the elements of the following sets. Meaning is same. Okay. So fifth one is fifth one. So if you consider fourth question, I will do the fourth question. Not fourth. Let us do the first one. It says A is equals to x such that x is an odd natural number. X such that x is an odd natural number. So we have to list all the elements of this set. So you can observe students, this is in set builder form. We have to write it in roster form. So if x is an x, it consists of all the elements x, where x is an odd number and it should be natural number. So what is the set? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so on. They have not given us anything beside that, right? It is nothing given as less than something. So this goes on till infinity. It goes on till infinity. Right? So here you have listed all the elements of the set. Similarly, try for the next questions. You have to try for the next questions. You have to do it on your own. Now last one, 6, it is match the following. You have to match each of the set on the left in the roster form with the same set on the right described in set builder form. You have to match them students. On the left it is given in roster form and on the right it is given in set builder form. So please match the following and come up with the answer. So this is very easy exercise, first exercise. Please try it students, and if you have any doubts, please let me know about those doubts in my next class. We will clear them. Okay. So with this we will end with today's class. Thank you all. Have a great day.